Now that football season is over, it is time to fully turn our attention to basketball. Are you ready?
I'm a basketball Benny. Let me tell you, I'll go to any basketball game to watch it. It's just I love the sport. I may have gotten it from one of my former partners, Hubie Brown. I love watching basketball.
Well, let's talk about the men's side first. Our defending conference champs, UAB, looks to pick up right where they left off last year as they are currently in an 8-game win streak and ranked nationally in blocks and assists per game.
I'll tell you what, number 2 in Conference USA in scoring defense. You mentioned the blocks, number 8 in blocks. Talking to coaches around Conference USA, they love the job Jared Hass has done, especially with his bigs. You've got to guard their bigs. They're just not rebounders. They're scorers. They dive for balls. Everybody loves the bigs of UAB, and we're seeing it right now, especially in the block department.
Under the direction of a new head coach, Louisiana Tech is off to a good 12-2 overall start, riding their impressive home court win streak of 39 games, and they enter conference play having never lost a Conference USA game at home since joining the league, actually.
I tell you what, Eric Conkle, the new head coach, he walked into a tough situation because you lost some key players, not necessarily point-wise, but leadership-wise. And to continue this home win streak is impressive. They're right now number 1 in Conference USA scoring and scoring margin. They can still put points up on the board, but when you go play there, every coach will say, you got to protect your home court, win all your home games, split your road games, you'll be in the playoffs, you'll be fine, and obviously playing in Louisiana Tech and Ruston's tough to do.
And then another conference team continuing their home court win streak is Old Dominion Monarchs. The Monarchs have won 32 straight games at home and currently rank 7th nationally in scoring defense.
I tell you, and they lead Conference USA in scoring defense, which is huge because you look what ODU did last year and this season. Obviously they've improved on that, but when you can stop people, you're going to win on the road because that's one of the difference makers. At home, you score a lot of points, but on the road, you have to stop the team. Defense will carry ODU this year.
Then lastly, the Rice Owls boast 2 of the top 3 scorers in the conference currently.
I'll tell you, Marcus Evans, 4-time Freshman of the Week, leads Conference USA in scoring. Igor Kulichov, I tell you, I had a chance to watch him against Oregon State. He starts out like 0 for 8 in the first half, but he's got that shooter's mentality, comes back in the second half, and he starts knocking down jumpers. He's got that mentality that a lot of European players and foreign players have. You can stop me for a few minutes, but I'm going to heat up. I tell you, they've got a nice 1-2 combination down there.
Now let's look at some upcoming games that we have for the men's side. On January 7th, 12 of our 14 schools are in action, including the Old Dominion Monarchs trying to end Louisiana Tech's home court win streak.
This is a classic basketball battle. Defense versus offense. Who's going to win? I mean, ODU is going to be able to play defense against Louisiana Tech. Obviously, we mentioned how well they score the basketball, but ODU's got to play staunch defense. But you really look at ODU's schedule. This is a tough schedule they are playing early on in the season, and playing at Louisiana Tech's the first step of a very difficult part of their schedule.
Another full slate of games on January 9th as FAU travels to play WKU, who finished their non-conference schedule undefeated at home this year.
I tell you, you go to Western Kentucky and do a basketball game there, the fans are right on top of you. They're loud. They understand the game of basketball. Of course, it's Kentucky. They should. But this is a good basketball team, and they're well coached. They're starting to find their identity. They lost some of their bigs from last season. They've replaced them. But you look at Western Kentucky, what they do. Number 2 in the conference in field goal shooting percentage, and it's probably even better at home because most teams shoot better at home. They're going to be tough to beat for FAU.